If you traded today, there's a pretty good chance you probably got chopped up. I sat here for 4 hours, didn't take a single trade, not because I missed anything, not because I was unsure, but because right now this market's a mess. And most traders, they don't lose in trends and in healthy markets, they lose in this crap. Look at this, you get fake outs, you get doji candle wicks, you get chop. No follow through, wicks on both sides. Every move looks good for about 30 seconds and then it just dies. This is where people try to trade in force, and this is where accounts slowly bleed out. And the reason this is happening, it's not random. You know why. There's too many things pulling the market in different directions right now. You've got geopolitical tension, headlines flipping sentiment every few hours, inflation still unclear, the Fed's stuck, AI not as clean of a leader as it was, and underneath all of that, there's stress building in places most people aren't even looking, that you don't even know about, right? Private credit market. So what you end up with is this, just no real clear direction. Look at ES this morning. I mean, it's still chopping. This looks exaggerated because I'm zoomed way in, but it's just been chopped. No clear direction, no clean moves, just noise. And if you don't recognize that, you start forcing trades in an environment that just doesn't pay. And this is the part that nobody really talks about, at least in any kind of real depth, because when the market looks like this, the hardest thing to do, it's nothing. You're sitting here, you're watching price move. I know because I do it. I did it for 4 hours today. You see something that kind of looks like you're set up and your brain starts going, right? What if I miss this move? What if I miss this? I've been sitting here all morning. I need to make something happen. That's the moment where most traders lose. Not because their strategy is bad, not because they don't know what they're doing, but because they feel like they have to participate in a market that doesn't even have a clear direction, where a single tweet can send us up or down. So what happens? You take a trade that's missing something that looks close enough, the volume's not there, momentum's weak, time of day is off. You're basically convincing yourself it's good enough. For me, if I don't have the alignment between price, volume, momentum, and time, it's just not an A+ trade. And in this kind of environment, that alignment, it just isn't there. This is where the difference is. Look, I need the Mona Lisa of trade setups right now in this environment, or there's no trade at all. It means everything's got to line up perfectly. If you're not watching the dollar, if you're not watching the oil, if you're not watching the VIX right now, if you're not sized properly, this market's going to chew you up and spit you out. Amateur traders trade movement. They see price movement and they feel like they need to be involved. Professionals trade conditions. If the environment's not right, and it's not right now, they don't care what price is doing. So just because the market is open doesn't mean you have to trade. Every strategy has an edge. But that edge only works in the right conditions. And most people treat every single candle, every single little wiggle, every single level like it's supposed to be their setup. And look, this is not where you build the account. This is where you protect it right now. Because the reality is there are environments where trading is easier, where moves are cleaner, where your edge shows up over and over again. And then there are environments like this, where the best trade sometimes, maybe not all the time, right? I've still traded. I'm not having a great couple of weeks, but I'm not having a bad couple of weeks either. But sometimes the best trade is no trade. And this is the part that really matters. My job is not to just be active. My job is not to trade every single day. My job is to survive until the market starts paying me again. Because if I lose money in this kind of environment for no reason, forcing trades, I don't get to be around when it's actually clean. And I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want to be active. I know your brain needs that dopamine. But if I'm not here, I don't get to capitalize when the opportunities are obvious, and they're not super obvious right now. There are times when the market just lines up. Everything lines up. Everything looks beautiful, clear direction, strong momentum, clear reaction at levels. You don't have to force anything. It just shows up. It just comes to you if you're patient. This isn't one of those times. And most traders blow themselves up, not in good environments, but in bad ones, because you can't sit still. You get bored. You feel like you're falling behind. So what do? You start lowering standards or just forcing BS. And before you know it, you've taken 5, 6, 7 trades in a market that never gave one clean setup. Choppy markets, it doesn't reward skill. They punish impatience at the end of the day. And if you listen to Warren Buffett said all the markets are is a device to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. And I think he knows what he's talking about. And look, trading, it's not about hitting one big day. It's about stacking good decisions over and over and over again. And sometimes the best decision you can make, not always, I've taken trades in this market, a whole lot less than I normally do, and I'm sized down. But sometimes the best decision you can make is just protecting your capital and doing nothing. Anybody can click buy and sell. My 11-year-old can. but almost nobody can just sit there, watch the market move, and choose not to participate. Right now, there's too much noise, too many headlines, too many tweets, too many opinions. There are too many things pulling the market in different directions. And if you don't learn to recognize that and act accordingly, you're just feeding liquidity to people who know better. Look, I need to keep what I have, so when the market clears up and real opportunities show up, I'm still here. So I always say shortcuts are the longest road. You force trades now, you won't be around later. If you're new to trading, come get in the gym with us. We're live every single day in Discord, tacticaltraders.com, free courses. I'm gonna be honest, there's people out there charging $6,000, $7,000 for courses on how to draw a trend line. Our courses are free. I believe firmly that information should not be gatekept. So we've made it free, tacticaltraders.com. It is a work in progress. There's probably like 20 modules up there so far. We're going to keep adding on to it. We're not going to gatekeep anything. The only thing that I'm gatekeeping is my time, because how I make money is from trading. So if you want to trade live with us, sign up for the operator tier in Discord. It's $100 a month. And that's where we get our reps in, right? You pay for a gym membership, you'll pay to come trade live with us. And why do you pay for a gym membership? To keep the fatties out, right? Why do you pay to come trade live with us in New York? To keep the idiots out.